Blessed be. You're watching Violetify, and I'm in my car again. And that's not really the place to be making videos, but right now that's the only time I have, so I'm gonna make a video. So what I'm wanting to talk about is the whole year and a day thing, and why I think it's important that we do a year and a day. Of course, I've done my year and a day years ago. I'm still solitaire, of course. That just seems to be where the Lord and the Lady want me right now. And when the time is right, I'll find my people. And you know, it doesn't matter whether I'm in a coven or I'm working by myself. I'm going to be working no matter what. This is my religion. This is what I do. This is my beliefs. I did my year and a day years ago. But I mean, years and years and years before that, I always knew that I was a witch. I always knew. Although I was raised with the Christian belief system. And I went through most part of my life, just put it this way, the first time I ever got a book like this, I was 10. And it was given to me by a witch, which is probably like how old I am right now. Anyway, I went through a lot of crap. I've gone through family members completely disowning me, always telling me that I'm going to hell. I've gone through this, you know. I've gone through people burning my books, tearing my books, taking my books to church, having preachers and burning, tearing them up. You know, family members pressuring me into repenting, and I have lost so many books. That's not happening anymore. I'm standing up for what I believe in. Yay! So I pat myself on the back for that. Why it's important to do the year and a day. It depends on how important it is to you. I mean, for me, I needed that confirmation. I'm going to do my year and a day. You know, I already knew I was a witch. There's no doubt about that. But the year and a day, I think, you know, I think a lot of people are coming to Wicca, wanting to do witchcraft because it's cool. They think it's cool now. It's something cool to do. Especially, you know, the younger generation. And they're wanting to learn witchcraft. You know, and I don't have a problem with that. But the reason I think the year and a day is important is because, you know, a lot of people say they're witches, but then, you know, and they have means to make an altar, erect an altar, or to even practice, but they don't. They're bored. They don't want to do it. And, you know, then again, maybe that's not for everybody. That's part of priesthood. Why we do everything on our own. You know, cast our circle, Sabbats. We do those things on our own. I do those things on my own. And I also, not every Sabbat do I have a family Sabbat where I include my whole family. Yule, I always include the family for that. Always include the whole family for Yule, but, you know, sometimes it depends on, you know, what's going on with my kids, if they're going to really participate, if, you know, if they're going to stand around and participate in the ritual, you know, like how a lot of families, Thanksgiving, you know, they have Thanksgiving dinner and then they all say like a Christian prayer, they do grace. Well, celebrating the 8 Sabbats and the seasons is much like that in my family. Only, you know, we pray too, but, you know, we do Sabbats, we do rituals. I love ritual. The reason I think it's important that somebody does their year and a day is because I think it takes a year and a day of study for real. to get over all the excitement, and all that, and just calm down and really get into it. Get into the spiritual aspect of it. There's folk witches, and that's all they practice is folk magic. For me, I'm very serious. I'm very religious about it. I'm a religious witch. I practice religious magic. I also, I study the witch's Bible. But religious magic is important to me. And, I've had my experience with folk magic. I've had my experience with dark magic. Hexes, curses. And then I can honestly say I wasn't always a good witch. When like I said, I've always been a witch. But when I was a Christian-minded one, it was either all good or all bad, And when I was bad, I was very bad. I think the year and a day is important. I think we should all take a year and a day out before we decide, are we really going to head down this path? Is this really what we want? Why are we doing this? Are we doing this because it looks good and we want to, we want to dress up like this? Woohoo! Check it out, Is that what it's all about? Is that what it's all about? Or is it about the Lord and the Lady? Discover who your matron and patron deities are. Get connected. We all like to dress up. We all like to do stuff like that. But let's not make it where that's all it is. That's what it's all about. Because it's not. So many people that I've run into, I'm a witch. They're in it for different reasons, like to put on the glamour show, put an eBay store up or something and make money. They're in it for money. They sound like they know it all. They read a book. Reading a book and practicing are two different things. You could read 100 books out there, but if you ain't practicing, I'm sorry, you don't know shit. You just don't. Life experiences. Wine gets sweeter with age. Experience. I am solitaire. I always have been solitaire. There's been times that I have worked with 2 to 3 to 4 people. But I'm still solitaire. A lot of people come to me and they want me to teach them witchcraft. I tell them, read a book. Read a book. Get you some books, read it. Come back to me in about a year and a day. We'll see. Let's see how you feel about it then. But if they need help or whatever, I don't have a problem helping people. It's just, it's a waste of my time when, they're getting my attention. They're wanting my attention. They're asking me questions. They're taking time out from me. All because they want the glamour of it and they want to be accepted as a witch. Accept yourself first. Accept yourself as a witch. If you can't accept yourself as a witch, then who else is going to accept you? You got to know thyself. And that's what the year and a day is all about. Learning some craft, learning the art of ritual, connecting with the God and the Goddess, the Lord and the Lady. When you first start out, it might just be that, the Lord and the Lady. But eventually you're going to discover your goddess and your God. You're going to, get your matron and your patron, and that really helps out a lot too. But you got to start on the path, and starting on the path, that's your year and a day. I'm going to cover a couple other topics about, going down the line on this, but I feel everybody should do their year and a day. Everybody. If you don't do it for yourself. You'll feel better about yourself. I don't care if you feel like you've been a witch for 10 years. Do your year and a day. Just get it done. Do it. You'll feel better about it. Some people, like if you're in a coven, they'll tell you, okay, well, during your year and a day, you cannot do any Sabbats. Doesn't mean you can't attend to their groups and watch, the Sabbats. It doesn't mean when the full moon is up, you can't honor that. For me, I pretty much already knew how to do spell work and stuff like that. I started getting more serious into rituals during my year and a day, and I wasn't going to wait a year and a day before I do a ritual. That's me. I'm solitaire. I can do that. Just be honest with yourself, though. Be honest. As I learned, I practiced. I think you can learn and learn and learn and learn, and everybody leaves comments and everybody wants to correct everybody on everything. But how many of you really are practicing? I'm serious about this religion. I'm serious about my beliefs. I'm going to practice. So, don't knock the year and the day. Make yourself feel better and just do it. Blessings.